Hi folks, welcome to the Goalie Llamas channel. First I want to start off by thanking everybody who has subscribed and hits that like button. Channel's progressing and things are looking good, and I hope you're finding it useful, funny, and maybe informative with my camper prep and hurricane preparation, the setup of my Sienna Minivan Camper. But first, before I get going, I want to say a special hello to a young lady back in my hometown that I know has been watching some of my YouTube videos. And I just wanted to say, hi Bella, hope you're doing okay, all ready for school, hope you have a great year in school and you read a lot, learn a lot, laugh a lot, do some music, dance a bit, and enjoy your life. And I'm happy you're watching my YouTube channels, and feel free to laugh at me, and it's great to hear about you. So anyways, on with the today's video. I got a trip coming up back to Massachusetts from Florida in a few weeks, and the camper's pretty much ready to go. The Sienna camper is good to go. Had a very successful camping trip a couple weeks ago. Although it was super hot and steamy and rainy a lot of the times, I still learned a lot and had a great time. And so I piled up here in my staging area, got rid of my kitchen table here in the bungalow on the Space Coast, and I'm using that dining area for my camping staging area. And I've got a bunch of gear here that will get me through a week or a month or however long it takes. So I'm going to show you some of that stuff, and let's go. So at the center of any of this camping thing is the power. I have the little Pecron E600 for shorter, like weekend camping and a backup. I got the E2000 LFP here that I'll use for my main power on my longer extended stay type camping trips. I'll have the two little boxes with the accompanying cables and the AC chargers in there, connectors for the solar panels. There's a solar panel right here. I got the 200 watt folding solar panels and a 10-foot extension cable, MP4. I'll also bring the 30-foot extended cable. So I'll be able to keep these battery banks nicely charged up and ready to go. I'm going to bring 4 gallons of filtered water. The date is from my last camping trip, but I'll always label it drinking. And I'll filter these through my big Berkey water filter and fill this up before I go. And I'll also have another one of these Reliant Aquitainers filled up to use with the sink for washing up and that kind of thing. So what else? All my clothes for an extended trip will fit into this backpack along with other things that might be needed. But that'll all work. I'll have to do laundry because I won't bring a lot of clothes, and I have these sheets, laundry sheets, easy to pack and take along. My emergency radio, because I'll be leaving during hurricane season, and you never know. So I might need to stay in touch, and I'll also bring this on camping trips, just in case. The all-important portable toilet. There's another video that links to the use of this. It worked great on my last camping trip. My table, it's right here. I have these little coolers that I've had for years, and I'm repurposing them to use with what I'm doing now. And so that's great. I've got one that I have toiletries, bug spray, sunscreen, soap, some towels, a sponge, just general cleaning things, and a pouch for all. I can keep my medications right in here. I do take oral medications for my diabetes. I've got all my kitchen stuff right in here. Slam. There goes my the USB faucet that hooks right into the water supply in the back of the van. I got a nice little spatula and spork. Old people need sporks now that I can use to mix up my meals and cook with. I got pans, I got cup, I got a titanium cup, I got coffee, tea, whatever I need. And then in this one, it's labeled meals. I'm using these fancy duct tape labels, handwritten, with my scribbly, shaky handwriting. And I have a variety of freeze-dried meals. Some are from Next Mile meals. Great for diabetics. They're kind of keto-ish. Pretty tasty, but very low carb. And then I have Good to Go freeze-dried meals. A lot of them are vegan. And this is a product made in Maine, very tasty. I'll also do some regular cooking. And I can keep my dry snacks in here, like energy bars and anything I need to snack on during the trip. I got my BushCraft utility bag here with different kinds of stuff that I'll be using during the camping. I have my knife, hatchet, saw, all from a recent video. I got lighters in there, a sharpening tool, I got flashlights, and I got these two fans. Oh, also in this bag, I have cordage, paracord 550, carabiners, a couple extra little hand knives. I'll have two of these nice fans coming with me. We got a tool bag back here. It's got all the basic tools I need for the River Leaf camper if I need to make adjustments, and some basic tools. I got a bag in there with my USB cables, and I have another smaller fan with, and also a lantern, both USB rechargeables. I can recharge them right off the Peckrons. I got Bigfoot trudging the road to happy destiny. It's a big month for me. 34 years coming up a day at a time. I got a sleeping bag. I've got a nice little quilt there, super light, works good. I imagine in Massachusetts I'll need the warmth of this particular sleeping bag. I definitely don't need it down here in Florida. And fits right on my fold-out bed, which is awesome. Moving along. Let's see if I can do this without screwing things up. Ooh, I did it. I got my Iceco JP40 fridge, 12 volt fridge. It'll run off the Pecrons, one of them. And I've got these Nalgene bottles, and before I leave I'll fill these up with filtered water out of the Berkey. Same with this Contigo cup. So I'll have plenty of cold drinking water in the in this cooler, along with perishable goods that I'll bring. Stuff for cooking. And this refrigerator runs great and uses very little power. And then I've got these WeatherTech blackout screens on one side, sun protection on the other. So when I'm doing my beeline up to Massachusetts and I'm parking someplace where I can grab a night's sleep for 24 hours or so, I'll be able to black out my windows and have a good night's sleep. The plan on this trip, it won't be a camping trip really. It'll be more or less the way up. I'll take a straight shot from Florida to Massachusetts, and I'll find Cracker Barrels or Walmarts or rest areas where I can legally park overnight. So it won't be really like I'm camping, and depending on when I decide to leave Massachusetts, I'll probably take a more circuitous route and maybe stay overnight in a couple places camping. Maybe not, depends on what kind of time I have left. So yeah, I mean, how's all this stuff gonna fit into the back of my van? Well, the next video that I make will demonstrate how all this is set up inside the Loser Cruiser, demonstrating the efficient storage, usage, and setup of that particular Sienna camper van. It all fits, no problem, and it all works great. It's all been tested, it's all ready to go, and I'm ready to go too. So why am I going back to Massachusetts anyway? Marlboro High School class of '73 reunion is coming up. I've never been to a high school reunion before, but I figured I'd give the Loser Cruiser a nice test, and I'd zip back up there for the reunion and visit my grandkids and kids and a few friends and get into some cool weather. Hopefully it ain't too cold, because the Goalie Llama does not like freezing his ass off anymore. I've become Floridian in that regard. So anyways, that's this brief video on all my junk I'm going to be taking. And if you think that this camper build-out stuff is cheap, the way I did it, it's not that cheap, but I'm overly prepped and I'm ready to go, and I feel good about doing it. I'll be retiring pretty soon, and I'll be using this thing to bop around the country and get off grid, and got a California trip coming up in April to golf at Pebble Beach, and you know, life looks pretty good for washed up old hockey has-been on the Space Coast. And Bella, if you're still watching, I hope you enjoyed this video, and all the rest of yous too. Hope you have a great weekend. Have some fun, sing and dance, enjoy nature, be kind to each other. Peace.